Welcome to InfoSource, a presentation of Berkshire Healthcare System, a not-for-profit, consumer-centered organization committed to fulfilling the health and residential needs of the communities across Massachusetts we serve. I'm your host, Jenny Sutherland, stumbling over that intro, but happy to have two guests here with me today, both from Hillcrest Commons. Welcome.
Thank you.
Deirdre Tozer-Hayes, Marketing Director, and Justin Day,
Thank you.
Clinical Care Coordinator. Thank you guys again for coming on. And Hillcrest Commons Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is right here in Pittsfield, yes?
Yes, it is.
It's been there for a while.
A very long time.
But we want to congratulate you on something new that just happened at Hillcrest Commons, and that is you achieved the 5-star quality rating from CMS. Look at you, Justin, smiling. It's a pretty big deal, isn't it?
It is a big deal.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't know, but in nursing care, there's different levels of awards, and this is a particularly great one to be proud of because this is based on a few different things that you guys are rated on. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Quality of care, your clinical, which is a big deal.
Quality care on the clinical.
Yep.
Customer service.
Customer service. And also survey scores, you get surveyed yearly.
Yes, and that's a big factor, and of course that's what people strive for, is to clear that survey.
To clear that survey. So to get that award, you have to have all of these factors coming together at once. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's a proud guy. So Deirdre, you at Hillcrest Commons promote the services at Hillcrest Commons and help people feel comfortable with their needs being met by you guys. So getting 5-star is a pretty big deal to you too.
It's a really big deal. I mean, we're just so thrilled, and the staff is over the moon, and it shows all the hard work that they've put into this.
Yeah, and that's what I like about things like that, because your frontline people, your folks doing the direct care, it's a reflection of their work. So 5-star is the highest rating. It's based on 1 to 5 stars, and congratulations on that. And then you just also achieved the Silver American Healthcare Associate Consumer Award for Quality of Care. And that's a pretty big deal as well. And I know, Justin, we were talking before the show, and you've been part of that process before, so you know that is a big application process.
It's huge, and you're basically, it's competitive, and you prove through whatever it may be, documentation, staffing, the care that you've provided with success. It's a large process, and to not only just to complete the application is a chore in itself, but to do that and be accepted and get the award is large.
Is a big deal. So the understanding is that you receive awards and people should feel confident and comfortable with the care you guys provide at Hillcrest Commons. So 2 biggies under your belt. So congratulations again to the 2 of you and your team at Hillcrest Commons. I want to talk about, I was there recently and took a tour, and Justin, I have to say, you're the clinical coordinator on the short-term rehab unit. Is that true?
Yes.
So I took a tour, and I thank you, Deirdre, for doing that for me. And I was really impressed by what I saw there. So I just kind of want you to talk about what's going on that unit and what you're helping to provide the care for those residents on.
Sure. The entire unit is people that are getting better, that are there to get better and go home. So sometimes you find in other facilities where it's kind of a mix.
Yep.
And here, almost every 40-something people, they are there for something probably acute that brought them to have that managed, work with the rehab services, and go to their prior standard of living, hopefully, is the goal. So for the nursing end of it, particularly what I do is I manage kind of that acute situation, the knee operation, the valve replacement, put them in front of the appropriate provider that's there, and work on that clinical end. We have obviously physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy as ancillary services, and huge team dynamic, taking this all together, and people that are there for sometimes days, sometimes weeks, and sometimes months to manage that, bring them back to par, and then get them home.
I think you started with something interesting, and Deirdre, as you go out in the community and promote nursing skilled care facilities, people think that this is someplace they come and live all the time. That's it. They don't go back home. But Justin was saying people come for a short-term stay. And so that's a kind of a misgiving, don't you think?
Very much so. And, you know, we have some really outstanding private rooms, which also you know, they have the comforts of home in them. So there's a fridge and a microwave and a coffee, and it's, you know, make them feel comfortable, but they're there to work, to get better, and to make sure that then they're going back home.
Because that's the goal, Justin, is to get them back home to their prior living and doing better, maybe a little tune-up and stuff like that from you guys.
When you think about what it takes, just as a basic level, even non-clinical, of what you like for to get better, that ability to rest, that comfort. Some of the hardest parts for patients that go and have things like elective surgeries is that it's not your home and it's not your bed. And this allows a little bit of personalization for you. Have that privacy, have your own fridge and your own microwave, and function at level that you would at home and prep for that. So they should be there to work hard, but there's also that rest period, which is, we can manage diagnosis and acute care, but rest is at the basis of healing.
And I think what I've heard from folks is, you know, people have maybe a time at hospital for a surgery or illness, and they want to get right back home. But going back home, they're back into their everyday lives and the everyday pressures, and the focus is a lot less on themselves and taking care of themselves. What I'm hearing from you, Justin, is focus is on rest, building back your strength, working with rehab services and things like that. So, you know, I think people need to look at that a little bit differently. And it's just easy to think, I want to go home. But this place gives them an opportunity to get better and stronger quicker.
Sure.
And focus on themselves, yeah. And Deirdre, you were saying all these amenities in the private rooms. It sounds like a hotel, doesn't it?
It does, which sometimes the 5-star rating we get is, you know, kind of similar to that, but
like
it's really about the care that they receive while they're there as well.
But I think that's a nice thing, the private rooms. So, you know, sometimes people don't want to share a room. They want to be by themselves, or they feel awkward. They've never done it before. Just they're not feeling well, so they don't want to be social. So to have the private rooms is a great feature. But Justin, I also know that there's a plus to having a roommate. Maybe want to say a few words about that.
There absolutely is. And if you think about when a younger patient comes in, and for elective surgeries, if somebody in their 50s, their odds of recovering from, say, a knee replacement is really good. And what people tend to do is they pawn that off and they wait and they wait. Somebody in their 50s doesn't necessarily want or need to have that room with a roommate and somebody that, you know, different lifestyles and different routines. But as people are in that system, we're finding that we have much more social interaction with a roommate, that there's this happiness in personal successes and what they're doing in the nursing home as roommates. They share that and they tend to talk about that a lot.
They're kind of like their own, each other's cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I've seen folks share a room with a total stranger, and then one discharges back home, and they come back and visit the roommate who's still there for a little bit longer. And I think there's a value, and in this time of internet and computers and textings, that human connection is really valuable, I think. So, so that's really cool stuff. And the rooms are quite large, and they do hold not just a bed, but you have furniture in there so families can visit and things like that. Are you getting good feedback on that? Are people, you know, enjoying visits, staying longer?
We are, and you know, there's also the opportunity for those ortho private rooms for when somebody comes to visit that they can also order a meal, and there's a table there, and they can sit actually in the room with the person they're visiting and have a meal that's off the menu, which you're going to be talking to Bruce about later. So
I'm going to be talking food with your dietary manager, Bruce Duncan. I'm looking forward to that. So the other thing I noticed is there are quite a few people working and supporting the needs of these residents. And you mentioned rehab services, so and nurses, and there's folks there all the time working and doing things. So who's part of your team? Who works with you?
This unit itself has, because of how complex the patients can be, and the movement, like we said earlier, that there's over 40 patients and these people they're in and out. There's myself as the care coordinator. There's a unit manager, and the unit manager also helps with the staffing. During the daytime, we have 2 primary nurses for 40 people. And at times, depending on the ratio, we have a handful of nurse aides that are, what we try to do with those folks is we try to get primary assignments. When you're in a nursing home or a hospital, sometimes it can be cumbersome to have the next person or the next patient introduce themselves and come in. So these are folks that you're going to see over the length of stay there, and we believe that's really important. So they're skilled in what they need to do, but they're also that familiar face that you're going to see in the coming days when you're in the facility.
Yeah, for sure. You know, these 2 awards that you just won, you wouldn't have won them without all those folks, and part of the silver quality is staff ratio, and 5-star is the same thing, staffing. So all these folks working to help these people that are there, maybe a couple days, like you said, maybe a couple weeks or a month, they really take this work to heart, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. Maybe you want to, not by name, or you can say first name, mention maybe a story about somebody working through a tough time but doing it successfully.
I think we see that almost daily. It's this family style mentality when you come in and you're a patient there. So we're in healthcare, not necessarily to make money. We're there because we care. We can make money in other jobs. We're there, because we care. I can think of several instances where people with these poor prognosis, that because of let's face it, Hillcrest is a very large facility. We hold as many patients as the hospital at times, and there's this continuum of care. With all of the complexities that go on, and this person who had been to different units for different comorbidities that eventually came back to us, there was a nurse aide that had traveled with that patient to these units to ensure that they were comfortable with that care.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you did mention the size, and I think when you hear that, it's a little overwhelming. But what I found, especially on my last tour, is that your unit feels so close-knit and comfortable. It doesn't feel as big as it is. I felt like that's who, was just with these group of people.
I'm so glad to hear you say that, because that's the goal.
Yeah. I mean, I asked you guys to come on because I was just like kind of blown away by the whole feeling of the unit, the work, the residents, the short-term residents, motivated to work and do this stuff and smiling. And, you hear all kinds of different stuff. And I just really am impressed with that unit. And these 2 awards are really statements to the hard work and dedication to the care that you guys give. And I am going to back it up just a little bit and say I'm going to have Deirdre come back on, but I want to thank you, Justin, for coming on and talking.
Pleasure.
You're a great guy. And before you take off, you also do something else. What is that you do that's not so nursey?
Not so nursey. We had a discussion about professional wrestling.
Oh, yes.
We had talked about that earlier. So, yeah, train locally for truly independent wrestling.
Okay.
And there's a wrestling show booked at the end of this month. I believe it's the 23rd at the Berkshire Mall.
You're going to be there?
I'll be there.
All right. Well, Justin the nurse will be performing as a wrestler, his other gig.
Come see me.
Come see him. And we'll wish you good luck with that. Deirdre, we're going to have you go off. And we are bringing Bruce Duncan, dietary manager from Hillcrest Commons, on, because the other thing I was impressed with at Hillcrest Commons was the food. So, not saying anything else about other things, but food's big to me. So we're going to take a quick break. You're going to watch a little something else about Hillcrest Commons, and when we come back, Bruce Duncan talking with me. See you in a minute.
Nestled between the woods of beautiful Burbank Park and the banks of picturesque Onoda Lake, in the heart of the Berkshires in western Massachusetts, Hillcrest Commons is just minutes from downtown Pittsfield, in the heart of the culturally rich Berkshire County. Hillcrest Commons Nursing and Rehabilitation Center offers you the best of both worlds. It's a locally run facility, staffed by dedicated healthcare professionals from the central Berkshire area. And it's backed by the expertise and resources of Berkshire Healthcare, the largest nonprofit long-term care provider in the area. Berkshire Healthcare is committed to fulfilling the health and residential needs of the people in the communities we serve. Hillcrest Commons is a proud recipient of the American Healthcare Association's National Quality Award. The Quality Awards recognize members' commitment to performance excellence by continuously demonstrating ever-improving value to residents and other customers. The Bronze, Silver, and Gold Awards recognize overall organizational effectiveness and capabilities and champion organizational and personal learning. At Hillcrest Commons, we pride ourselves on our deep commitment to our community. We offer a broad range of nursing home services, including short-term rehabilitation, skilled nursing, long-term care, hospice, and respite care services. In addition, we also offer more specialized services, including a fully dedicated Alzheimer's unit, a geri-psych behavioral unit, pulmonary and ventilator-dependent care and therapy, and a full bariatric weight loss program. We proudly offer an elegant, home-like setting that allows our residents the comforts they expect while providing the care they need, including fine dining in our graciously appointed dining room, beautiful outdoor space, ample activities, and private family space. At the heart of it all is a focus on the body, mind, and spirit. Our rehab services include physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our licensed therapy professionals help restore and maintain the body by focusing on helping our residents improve strength and mobility in order to participate in the activities they most enjoy. These services are provided up to 7 days a week when ordered by a physician. Hillcrest Commons is more than a place to live. It's a place to enjoy each day to the fullest. Our activities program focuses on the mind and spirit of our residents by offering engaging leisure and recreational activities, arts and crafts, music, discussion groups, exercise sessions, religious services, and cultural community outings and more. Each resident and patient at Hillcrest Commons receives the highest quality care delivered by our dedicated staff members working as a team. From the nursing staff to our front office personnel, everyone is enthusiastic about the role he or she plays in the lives of the people who entrust us with their care. Our staff is committed to providing compassionate care, using teamwork as their guiding principle. We're dedicated to treating each person with dignity, recognizing their individual needs, goals, and preferences. We create a care plan for each person, focused on helping them achieve the highest level of independence and quality of life. At Hillcrest Commons Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, we're perfecting the art of superior care. If you or a loved one need short-term rehab, extra care after a hospital stay, or a nursing supervised full-time living arrangement, we invite you to tour and meet our staff. See firsthand how we enhance the lives of those we serve. To make arrangements or get more information, call 413-445-2300. We look forward to meeting you.
Welcome back to InfoSource, and with me, as I said earlier, is Bruce Duncan, Dietary Manager, Hillcrest Commons. Thank you, sir, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I know nursing is a big deal, a skilled nursing facility. I understand that. But to me, food is a big deal.
Right.
Is it a big deal to you, sir?
It's huge.
Are you a foodie?
I am a foodie.
I'm a foodie, too.
So that's awesome.
All right.
Let's talk food.
We're going to talk food, and we're going to talk your food.
Okay.
So Deirdre and Justin were on talking about the rehab unit, the short-term unit.
Yeah.
And Deirdre mentioned that folks can order in their room
Right.
food and have it delivered. And I have in front of me what do you call this? The welcome to your room service dining.
Room service dining menu, yep.
Bruce, this is your room service dining.
It is.
At Hillcrest, Hillcrest Commons.
Yep.
I'm all befuddled here because it looks like a menu at a hotel.
Exactly. That's what we're trying to do. Previously, Deidre and Justin were talking about the fact that we try to be like a hotel in customer service, and we work in the family aspect. And doing that type of program is been able to tie it together pretty good.
I think it's wonderful for so many reasons, and one is the choices in the moment. And a lot of times I think people feel that their choices are limited because of their current living surroundings, and this right here. So reaction to this?
The reaction to that has been outstanding. The customer satisfaction is improving greatly.
Yep.
How it works is the residents will call us, and you had mentioned in a rehab facility and this type of setting, the folks have different things going on, physical therapy, or they have to have that done or this done, care by nursing. And this gives them the opportunity to call when they can best get their meal.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic because it's on their time and not on
our time in a sense.
And to me, that's a remarkable thing because you are a large facility. And to meet those folks' needs in the moment, in their schedule is phenomenal. So, you know, again, I was there, I saw this, and people were smiling and happy, and I just think it's awesome. And the menu's great. I have to say, I was going to ask you to talk about it. You do breakfast, lunch, and dinner off this menu. And what are some of the favorite things people dig?
Well, you know, it's important to have a wide selection, but the basic things that are really big sellers are eggs Benedict, eggs Florentine. Of course, the egg sandwiches for the younger generation are huge.
Big deal,
we do fresh baked goods every day, also muffins and coffee cake and those type of items. For lunch, we offer specialty salads, which are fresh vegetables, chef salads, those type of things, homemade soups. We also offer big sellers, believe it or not. Folks come in, they want a burger, and they want it with what they want. We have all kinds of different toppings.
Yeah, I think it's comfort food.
Exactly, comfort food.
It's comfort food.
And pizza. And then at night, we generally have a really nice selective menu. And grilled salmon seems to be a hit. And you mentioned comfort foods, meatloaf, roast turkey with stuffing and gravy, all that type of stuff.
Bruce,
those are the sellers.
I might need a knee done. I'm going to come over just to eat your food, man.
We will be there for you.
All right. Well,
and of course, I got to get in the fact that everybody loves strawberry shortcake. It doesn't matter what meal. It seems we're serving it at breakfast. So I had to
Bruce,
get that in there.
If I do some rehab for my knee at Hillcrest Commons, I want strawberry shortcake for all 3 weeks. You're a good man. Well, you know, I think, again, all joking aside, and nursing is huge and rehab services are huge. What you folks do in dietary for the residents that are being cared for at your facilities are remarkable. And giving the people this choice is great. So fantastic job, man. Thanks for coming on. We're going to take another quick break, which we never do, but I want you to see this really cool thing about an event Berkshire Healthcare Systems and Berkshire Community College is teaming up with. Bruce is all excited about it.
Yeah, I'm all excited about it, and I want to say that we are the culinary champions from last year, and we will continue our trend.
Yes, we do have cook-offs. Berkshire is very competitive, so you watch this clip and we'll be back. Thanks again, man.
Have a nice day.
I want to talk to you about something.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Paglier. I am a 2012 graduate of Berkshire Community College from the nursing program. I'm currently working at Mount Greylock Extended Care Facility in Pittsfield, and it's a part of Berkshire Health Systems. And Berkshire Healthcare Systems is actually partnering with BCC to do a fundraising event to benefit the nursing program at the college.
Join us on the grounds of BCC on Saturday, October 21st for a 5K trail run, a 3-team member relay, and a 1-mile kids fun run. You can pre-register at the link below or the morning of the event at BCC. All money raised benefits BCC's nursing program. Berkshire Healthcare System affiliates will also be there participating in their annual cook-off and decorating contest. This year's theme for both contests is the 1950s. Food and fun for these events are free.
And I really want to thank everybody for participating in this event in the past years, and for those of you who are going to be participating this year as well. And this has really helped me in the nursing program, and it helps me help my friend Betty here.
We're back again. Deirdre Tozer-Hayes, Marketing Director, Hillcrest Commons, is back. You had some phenomenal folks on the show today. Justin Day and Bruce, Duncan, thank you for bringing them on.
Oh, they're incredible guys, and just as all the staff at Hillcrest Commons are.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. So if folks are interested in hearing more from you about Hillcrest Commons services, what can they do?
They can stop by at any point in time, go to reception, and anyone in the building is willing to give a tour. But more specifically, if they want to call me directly, they can do that on 413-445. I get that right, didn't I? I'm new to the area.
Hold on. Find phone number. Hold, you just looked.
413-455-445.
Holy macaroni.
Oh, my.
413-445-9747.
There we go.
All right.
Call me directly.
Call her
Apologies,
directly.
new to the area.
New to the area. But that phone number is the one to reach out. And you're happy to give a tour anytime?
Anytime.
All right. Well, I encourage everyone, if you are looking at services needed for yourself or a loved one, to check out Hillcrest Commons. You can spend some time with Justin Day and Bruce. InfoSource has been a presentation of Berkshire Healthcare Systems. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.